This meeting marks a turning point in the way Comesa meetings have been organized since its establishment and that of its predecessor, the Preferential Trade Area for Eastern and Southern African States, the PTA. In that, for the first time, we have deployed modern information communication technology to run a paperless conference. Indeed, there are some of us who may feel threatened or uncomfortable with the technology. That is to be expected, as disruptive technology, when introduced, has its birth pangs. What is, however, certain, as in the case of any virtual application and systems, is that once we get used to the systems, they become our second nature. We indeed live in a virtual digital world of television, telemedicine, e-commerce, trade facilitation, outsourcing, and offshoring in production and banking, to mention but a few. I would venture to say, never in the history of mankind has technology made our lives and work more simpler and pleasurable than today. It is therefore my conviction that the introduction of a paperless conference will make us work smarter and not harder, as it will eliminate the drudgery associated with manual systems and enable us to produce reports in real time, thus putting Comesa in the same league as the private sector. I may, for those who are not aware, draw your attention to the fact that our mother continental body, the African Union, is already running paperless meetings, including the African Union Heads of State and Government Summit. There are those among us who may be asking themselves the question of what are the advantages and benefits of a paperless conference, which in the years to come, I predict, will become a virtual conference. The introduction of a paperless conference will therefore make us work smarter and save on time and make us accomplish more in the limited time that we have. I would venture to say that we stand on the threshold of accomplishing more due to the following three essentials. Firstly, we shall eliminate the unnecessary slave of habit things that fritter away so much energy and time. Secondly, the paperless conference will stop us from doing things in a hard way, as it is simpler and faster, and saves on resources, and will also enable us to go green. For those who are champions of green economies, climate change, adaptation and mitigation like myself, I think you will agree that we are indeed going green. Third, it will enable us to do two things or three things at once. And I repeat, it will enable us to do two or three things at once. It is wonderful that technology can make it easier for us to be multitasked. Up to now, multitasking has been the preserve of those who are endowed with special genes. Our guest of honor, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to conclude by making a direct link of running a paperless conference by giving a simple example of how Comesa can contribute to reducing carbon emissions. Currently, for every Comesa policy organs meeting, we use 1,000 reams of paper weighing 2,500 kilograms, which require 60 fully grown trees to make. The carbon footprint of this paper is approximately 4,000 kilograms, the CO2 equivalent.